Hey guys, welcome to tonight's part 2 video of our Athens trip from the other day, shot by me and my good buddy old Vic Pearsall. Now, if you watched last night's video, you saw how we started this day. You know, where we were fishing, what we were using, the weather conditions, the water conditions. We had real thick overcast skies to start the day. This video tonight is about 30 to 45 minutes after that. We actually traveled to a different area of the lake with different structure, different water conditions, and the skies actually opened up for us and provided us with a lot of sunlight. You know, we were still able to get on a great pattern and catch some quality fish. Now, we've also got a few more of them Jackass tips in today's video, so y'all check it out.
Just something, let us know we're on the right path. There it is right there. Big one?
No. I mean, not fair. I'll take it, let me say that.
That ain't no boat.
All right, guys, as you can see, you can probably tell by our surroundings, we have changed locations. We're no longer in that pinch point at the bridge. We've moved out to a deeper grass flat. Now, when I say deeper grass flat, I don't mean, you know, 15, 20 foot. We're in 6 to 8 foot of water, fishing scattered grass out in this flat. You can see some lily pads off behind us. A lot of people make the mistake of getting their boat right up against them lily pads and fishing them holes in the pads. You can get bit like that. You certainly can, okay? But later in the day, the fish move out to this deeper grass, and that's what you got right there. Honestly, I need to get him, man. Get him, boy. Good fish? Yeah, that's a good fish. How about a double up? How about a double up, Vic? Oh, mine came off.
Show to the camera.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, right there. Beautiful little Lake Athens largemouth.
Bring the car back. She's going through the line for a few weeks.
Here's my line swimming.
I think so.
Yes, it was. Might be a decent fish. Nah, it's not too bad, Hammer.
I get on good.
Get your run out, hand. You still coming up in this boat, baby? Not bad. Not too bad right there, hands. Not too bad at all. He got it. Get him, hand. Might be a decent fish, Vic. Heck yeah, it is. He done spit your cricket, though. God darn it.
Want that tungsten weight?
What are you doing? Tungsten weight on the wacky worm?
Another decent little fish right there.
What is that? Oh, there he is.
I think we found us a little pot.
Found a little pod of them there, hand. Pot of quality fish too. That's a wide fish. You know, he kind of thickish.
He is.
You know what I'm saying?
Just that's it.
Let me show you guys what's kind of turned it on for us a little bit. I'm sure everyone here has heard the term, just the tip. Just the tip. Let me show you what we're talking about in the side piece, okay? It's not what you can traditionally think. Let me show you what I'm talking about. We are taking our wacky worms here, as you can see. Taking our little Spike It Di-Glow pin. Now, I'll see a lot of people take these worms and just dump them in that bottle of juice and have chartreuse all the way up to here. Well, I find it more effective to do just the tip, as I said. So I basically get about that much of the end of the wacky worm, tip it up, just a little something to draw their attention. Now, once Vic and I started doing that, we started getting more bites. So, when you hear just the tip, you think it's E-dub. Shouldn't? Oh yeah. I'll lift him. Or I'll net him. Oh! Alright. Okay, so when he jumped that last time, I guess a piece of your worm went that way. I thought it was your line. And I was like, I'm still gonna get him.
There's a little bit better fish right there. They've been eating on some of them shad out there.
So what we saw, y'all, we're out here fishing this grass flat, and we saw some fish start blowing up on shad back in here behind us. Well, we immediately threw a fluke and stuff out there, couldn't get bit. But Vic and I both noticed those were a little bit more powerful swirls than what we've been seeing around us. So when they wouldn't bite the fluke, Vic threw the wacky worm right back in there. Boom. Running at your hand. Oh, good jump right there. That sucker wants to make the video. That bass wants to make the video, Vic. That's a good fish. Tatted up too.
Another nice little Athens bass. Check out the little tattoo marks.
Nice in there, Victor. Oh boy. Oh, VP getting it done.
I want to be eating on a little something.
Done stole your cricket. Yeah, that one got a little belly to it. What?
There we go. Good one?
Not too bad.
Go ahead on it.
Not too bad, am I? You can over here where I can flip him in front of the camera. Maybe get me old freeze frame and a good picture. Shit, he actually ain't a bad fish.
No, it's not.
All right, hey, y'all may be sick of watching us catch them on this grass flat, but we ain't sick of catching them. Hey, another pro tip today. This episode is slap full of pro tips. Hey, y'all heard me talk. Y'all know I love to fish a wacky worm. And y'all heard me talk about putting one of these little Lunker City nail weights in the head, but I always cut them in half. Now, I've had some people literally cut them in half just like this, which is fine. But you're gonna have a lot more trouble getting the back half of this Lunker City nail weight into that wacky worm through that plastic. So basically what I do is I cut it in half, but at a pretty extreme angle to make sure I've also got a point on this back side so I can still use both sides of this worm. But let me show you what that looks like. So you see I've got it at an angle right here. Okay, I cut it. I've got the normal pointed end that I can get into the plastic worm very easily. And now that I've cut it at an angle, okay, see I've got my flat end right there. Now if I'd have just cut this nail weight straight in half, I might have struggled to get that flat end into the head of that worm. But I cut it at an angle, and as you can see right there, I've got a little point to it. Help me shove it in that worm that much easier.
He didn't look.
Oh, well, y'all.
Oh, that looked big.
I don't know. He was headed one direction. I know that.
Grab that.
Don't get me wrong, he ain't bad.
Oh, he ain't bad.
Guys, there are worse things in life than getting out with a good buddy and catching 2 to 4 pound fish all day. We're still hoping for that 5, 6, or 7. It ain't gonna be for lack of effort. We still trying to get him. right, guys, so what's happened now is we moved out to the main lake. We probably should have done it earlier. Let me give you a little advice when you fish Athens. Lake Athens. It's a big time play lake, a lot of wake boats, a lot of party barges, a lot of jet skis, okay? Which is fine. I mean, that's, you know, they have as much right to the water as anybody else. But it's best to hit these main lake areas, in my opinion, early in the day, real late in the day. More so early in the day. And what I mean is, you know, from daylight to say 10 o'clock. You usually don't start getting a lot of traffic out here till about 11, and then 12, 1, 2, and then man, it really makes it hard to stay on a spot out here, you know, fighting 3-foot waves that some of these wake boats are sending at you. But anyway, we've moved out to this main lake point, and this main lake point's got grass all the way out to 11 foot. Well, we're not in 11 foot. We're back here in like 5 to 6 foot, throwing out to 11 foot and working it back. A lot of these bass are hanging out on this deeper grass ledge out here on this main lake point. And honestly, a lot of main lake points out here. Deep grass ledges, anywhere from 11 to 13 foot. 13 foot is gonna be about your cutoff for your grass lines out here on Athens.
All right, guys. Hey, I hope you enjoyed part 2 of our Athens trip. Look, we were literally off the water by 1 o'clock. Okay, we were able to catch all these fish in the morning time. Again, we wanted to get off the lake, 1, before the heat set in, and 2, before all the big ski boats and wake boats got out there and just made it to where you can't even hardly navigate the main lake. But lake conditions was, you know, no different than the last video. Water temperature was 85 to 88. The skies actually cleared up a lot. We got some sunshine as the morning moved on, which I think helped us. It helped move the bass out to that deeper grass. And baits we used were wacky worms. And there's some wacky worm, you know, I hope those tips on the weights, how to cut your weights. One, it helps the bait fall slower but still fall head first and land on its head. That's number 1. Number 2, you actually get double your value in the weights. Okay, so I've always liked that slower fall. I've always gotten more out of that, more bites out of that. And also, you know, the little dyeing the tail trick. I like to be 100% precise when I'm dyeing the tail of either a wacky worm or a brush hog or a fluke. That's why I prefer the pin over the little bottle of liquid. So, hey, appreciate you guys watching this episode of Fish Life Outdoors. Big tournament coming up this weekend at Lake Fort. We got the Fish Life Forever Grateful tournament benefiting One Tribe Foundation, 22 kill. So hope to see you, all you guys out there. We're gonna have a free concert Friday night along with a seminar. Got the team tournament Saturday with a auction after weigh-in Saturday afternoon, which is going to be awesome. We got some awesome stuff to give away, not give away, but we got some awesome stuff to auction off. So once again, hey, hope to see you guys there. If you guys make it out to Lake Fork this weekend, hit me up, man. I'd love to meet you. I'd love to talk to you. Same with Billy. Hit him up, man. He'd love to meet you and talk to you as well. So, you know, just like always, never forget, when you bought that life, get out and live it.